Okay, guys, I just wanted to do a short couch review. I'm calling it a couch review because I'm literally sitting on my couch. I just want to go play with this thing again. I took it out for its first inaugural run on the field, and it failed to bring 1,000 milliliters of water to a boil because I only put 1.5 ounces, a little under 2 ounces of heat. Instead of denatured alcohol, I used heat in here and the Evernew titanium. And like I said, this is the Evernew Appalachian set. It is pretty expensive. I believe it's a little over 140, I believe, or maybe 150. My wife bought it for me as a present, but I do want to go over how well it does work after further testing. Just a real quick synopsis of this thing, and we'll go ahead and watch it burn at night because it's got a beautiful and pretty flame. I think a lot of you stove fanatics like myself would really thoroughly like to see and enjoy, would thoroughly enjoy and like to see before deciding whether or not this may be the stove for you. So I hope this helps you in making your decision. And like I said, we'll go ahead and go over to the weight now. I do believe it comes in at 6.5 at around 130 or 139, around there, grams, 6.5 ounces in total weight. And that includes everything here, this and the bag, and I use this little bag in here and the hot lips and my little pot gripper / scrubber. So let's cut over and see how this thing works. 6.4 and grams, 182, nope, 183, 183, and I always like to double check the ounces. 6.5. So 6.5. No, 6.4. All right, it's playing with me. All right, we'll call it 6.5. So how it works, I slid this up a little bit here. See these little stands here? Just literally plop it over. There we go. And then you can insert your match through here and light. Now you can fill it up before you pop it in, or if you choose to fill it up afterwards, so a little bit spills over and helps prime it faster, you can do that too. But just be conscientious of where you're filling this thing up at. But this is a beautiful set, and I have a feeling it will last me a long time if I take care of it well, which I will. And it even has hopefully stupid proof warnings for people. Warning: use alcohol only. Do not refill a heated stove. Well, not everybody's that smart. And it's the Evernew, made in Japan. This again is the Appalachian set, and these two aren't included. But in the Appalachian set, you do get this DX stand, the Evernew titanium stove, which I've been wanting so bad. And I'm so happy she got me that, because I had to knock off Evernew. I kept calling it an Evernew, but it's not. I mean, this thing performs. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the way it's made and the wicking material they use inside, but it just primes so fast. It's incredible how fast this stove primes, and it's incredible how much heat it pushes out. Now, one thing I have noticed with this, using it, on my first test run, I did use that up there, and that is the 1100. My first field test, that was this weekend at Rancoco State Park with my family. It was unable to bring 1,000 milliliters of water to a boil, but tonight I have a feeling it's going to be more than successful. I did use the screen, I believe. I'm kind of unsure. I'd have to review the footage. I think I did, though. I just remember that I was confident I wouldn't have to fill it up all the way to the top here. And I'll go over the graduated marks later in the video. But it does have graduated marks up to 2 flavor ounces, or 2 fluid ounces, sorry, to 2 fluid ounces. And it also has a mark above the 2 line, which is where I should have filled it to, and that's where I will be filling it to for the purposes of tonight's test. Usually I would do a more structured day test, but I really just wanted to get this stove reviewed and out there because it really, I know it's an expensive set, but it's wonderful, and it can be used for wood burning too, and it's titanium. And I know I rave, if you've watched my channel or anything on my stove, I rave about the little boxes I get, the little firebox I have that I take with me everywhere, but this kind of eliminates the use for that, because I can just throw branches in here, take my stove out, and use this as a wood burning stove. So this is like an all-purpose stove here for me. So I can use this for a little mini campfire to stay warm, to burn some, branches, and I can run my alcohol stove through it. And another cool feature is, if you see how this thing's notched here, well, that just slides on in, and it makes for a very quick boil. Now, my first test, I didn't record, but it was about 5 minutes in 70-degree temp, room temp, with no wind. So it was an inside test. It wasn't an outside test like we're about to do with wind. But it boiled in about 5 minutes, 16 ounces of water, no problem. So excellent little stove system. Let's go ahead and light this thing up. So I have the Evernew titanium Appalachian set, and the Toke's 1100 filled to the brim. And see, it's able to successfully boil. I do have the Evernew filled to, I believe, a little over 2 ounces. Got some lighting going here. Looks like we're almost there. Ooh, yeah. Question is, will the fuel sustain? Something else. That's what it looks like right now. I think we're gonna get there, guys. This test started 6 minutes ago at 10:19 p.m. It's now 10:25 p.m. on Sunday, October the 18th. Well, man, that thing produces some wicked heat. That's nuts. Oh yeah, we got boil. Boil, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see, I do have it filled to the top. Okay. And it's still going. We reached boil at 7 minutes with the Appalachian set. And that's with a little over 2 ounces of heat. As you can see, this is the Evernew titanium Appalachia. It is 56 degrees right now, 108 feet elevation. And I was able to boil a little under, probably about 900 to 1,000 milliliters of water in 7 minutes. So that's pretty freaking impressive. Now they say to use that on top part right there, I forget what it's called, like the screen, for cold weather. So it's not super cold, but I decided to use it, and it made a world of difference using that as compared to my last test, where it was unable to bring the same amount of water to a boil. It performed spectacularly tonight, so I'll perform a few more tests on the Appalachian set, but I would definitely say, for anyone who likes a quiet but warm fire to do your cooking on trail, this is definitely something you'd want to look into. It's a great set. Okay, it is almost 10:30. It is 10:29. I lit this at 10:19, and it is officially dying out. So I would like to say probably an approximate burn time of 10 minutes. Wow. Took 7 minutes to boil the water and burn for 3 more minutes. One of the greatest reasons I love using titanium. Now 10:34 and everything is cool to the touch, including the stove. But my nighttime tea is piping hot, as you can see. So that was a pretty impressive run of the Evernew, and it does have graduated marks. So it was 2 flavor ounces, but I filled it to the 2.5 mark, to the very top there, right there, that line. That's where I filled it to, and I was able to boil with that thing, as you saw, filled pretty much to the brim here. So I would say that's roughly around, probably around 1,000 milliliters, maybe 900 to 1,000 milliliters. But it's incredible how quick it cooled. It is an expensive set, and it comes with a cup too. I wanted to use that one because on my weekend trip with the family, this one I was unable to use this set. I didn't use the screen. Or, I mean, no, I think I did use the screen actually. I just don't think I used enough heat. It was unable to bring that to a rolling boil like you just saw tonight. It brought it to a modest boil, but I only used I used probably about under 2 ounces, a little under 2 ounces of heat, and that ½ ounce really made the difference. Bringing it up to about 2.5 is what really pushed it over, and you saw it gave me 3 extra minutes. So I just gotta play around and fiddle around with the amount of heat or denatured alcohol and see, you know, which one burns at what rate to know how efficiently I can use this on trail for my November trip, because I do believe I will be bringing the Evernew with me. It's the quietest stove I have, and besides my Trangia, it's been the most reliable. The Trangia is much, you know, obviously much more, it's heavier and much more durable than this, but this thing works pretty awesome. So like I said, it was a gift for my wife. It's a pretty expensive set, but it does the job. Gets the thumbs up in my book. My final thoughts. It is a wonderful stove. At the price range, it is very expensive. It's obviously much more expensive than a Trangia, but it does the job, and it's very lightweight, and it's quiet, so it's good for stealth camping. I would definitely recommend that if you have the money, get it, but there are much more cheaper options, like the cat can stove and the little firebox you saw me using. That take a little bit more of a weight penalty using that setup, but it could probably produce same, if not maybe even better results than this. But it is a present from my wife, so I'm a little more biased as to why I'm bringing it with me on my hike for epilepsy in November. So I just wanted to try to keep this as short as possible, this video, but just kind of give you guys a little quick overview on it. I hope this helped somebody if they wanted to make the decision on whether or not to pull the trigger on buying this. I would have if I had the money, but my wife did it instead. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You can like or dislike this video. It's up to you. You can also check me out on Facebook and Instagram at Hiking with Epilepsy. And I do have a TikTok where I do silly things on a day-to-day basis, but I don't upload there as much, but I'm trying to get more on top of that. But I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys have a good week. I know the weekend's over, and for most of the world, it's returned back to the grind. But you guys stay safe out there, and remember, leave no trace.